It's time for the big finale. Welcome to our coverage on Speed Zone TV for the final night, preliminary night number 2, and the 100-lap battle for, of course, the Southern Showdown, the Summer Showdown. The Summer Showdown is live on the air. We welcome you to our coverage from virtual Kokomo, USA. Again, I'm Wesley Outland. Chan Pottle is our producer director, of course, on Speed Zone TV. And what we've been waiting for since yesterday with all of the preliminary night 1 action. Of course, now this time is set for night number 2. And in addition to that, 12 drivers from prelim race number 1 last night locked into the A main. Another prelim race is about to get underway in just a matter of moments. Those top 12 will make their way into the show. And then just like that, we will have our 24 drivers set to lock in after a quick warm-up session for 100 laps here at Kokomo Speedway. Drivers from the top 12 from Sunday night have made it into the show. There's a whole new list of characters that are ready to go on, of course, this Monday afternoon. And let's get ready to go at qualifying. Qualifying for these drivers as they'll be ready to take on the clock. We'll show you some of these drivers a time or two here as we look at what looks like the number 11 machine coming out here to qualify. And, of course, we got close to 35, 40 entries here, I believe is the last number I looked at, that are here ready to take on the track. This is Ethan Johnson, by the way. Ethan Johnson in the number 11 machine, and we'll see where he ends up in the qualifying realm of things here at Kokomo. As qualifying rolls on, it will go by quickly as each driver is trying to, if you will, put down their best lap around the racetrack. 41 drivers right now trying to go here around the racetrack. So Ty Giles has just moved up to the top spot, 11.72 seconds for all these drivers now. Dylan Wilson, Robbie Buchanan, Kendall Tucker, obviously Connor New, your top 5. All these drivers now working around here in their qualifying session. So again, the way they qualify will set their lineup for their heat races. We will get quickly into our heat race coverage, obviously, for tonight's program. No doubt it should be an exciting one, and we are glad that you are here again. All right, so with that being said, obviously, qualifying is just about ready to wrap up. You see the scoring ticker of all of these drivers, all of them here, 41 to be exact, taking time around the racetrack. Ty Giles is right now the fast man. Dylan Wilson, Robbie Buchanan, Kendall Tucker, Connor New. Now, if I remember correctly, we're going to follow the same format for preliminary 2, just like last night for preliminary 1. There will be a total of 5 heat races. 5 heats, top 4 transfer into the A main for preliminary 2. That'll be a 40-lap A main feature. Then there will be 2 B mains. Those last chance races will take the top 2 drivers. That will lock in your 24-car field. So again, 5 heats, top 4 advance. 2 B mains, top 2 advance. That puts in your 24-car field. Now, the top 12 at the end of preliminary feature 2 for the A main will make themselves in for a quick warm-up session, and then they will go for 100 laps around, of course, the virtual Kokomo, USA. Kokomo Speedway located in Indiana. It is a fun, it is a fast, it is an exciting racetrack. And again, these drivers are really, really looking forward to rip the lip, bang off the boards, and do all the exciting things that they love so much about this show here in the inaugural Summer Showdown. Thank you so much for joining us again on Speed Zone TV. Want to thank all of our partners as we're just getting on the air to get things started. Of course, big thank you to Chris Sullens and, of course, Sullens Transport LLC for being the, of course, title sponsor of this event. We appreciate him stepping up and being the front man in making this event happen. Could not have done it without him. Thank you so much. Also, thank you also to Austin Hall as the heat races are about to go here. Thank you also for qualifying. Austin Hall qualifying is in the books. for both nights. Of course, thank you to the heat races presented by 62 Logistics. If we have a caution anytime tonight in the preliminary or the big feature, it will be presented by Herbert Graphics Caution Flag. And of course, tonight's second prelim is presented by Starry Ranch. With that said, let's give the starting lineup for heat race number 1. As these drivers are getting into position and we are ready to roll here. Again, 62 Logistics for the sponsor of our heat races. And again, thank you to Austin Hall for sponsoring qualifying for the Fast Time Award here. All right, the grid is being set. And we're getting ready to introduce them here in just a moment. If I can get a lineup on the screen for the lineup of the race. The field is rolling here. And these drivers will get ready for a quick heat race. Again, the heat race taking the top four. Top four will transfer in for the Summer Showdown right now. As these drivers do get into position, they'll have a preliminary lap or so, and then we'll get ready to take the green flag. Working on getting the lineup here any day now, and we'll have the lineup for the race whenever they, I think they're going to. Something's going on. We're not getting timing and scoring. We're working on trying to get that. Just give us a moment as these drivers will get into place here as they're going to come to the green flag. Maybe it'll update whenever the green flag flies. And we're underway now for the heat race number 1 here. Summer Showdown. Working off the corner, put the opening lap on the board here as all these drivers holding their position. Heat number 1. This is an 8-lap heat race, by the way. The top 4 will transfer. Got that Bloomquist-looking race car battling the 10. That's actually Connor New, Ty Giles battling for that spot. So is Blake Majulis in the house, the driver from New York. Never count out that guy. He's a talent in the 127. Caleb Durgan right now, the top 4 that'll transfer into the big show for the Summer Showdown. Right now, battling door to door for the lead into turn number 3. Kokomo is a very fast, exciting track, and there's push out of the line, Connor New. And right now it's going to be, of course, another driver shook out of the line. Here comes now Blake Majulis down to the inside. Blake Majulis to the lead in the 127 battling now. Ty Giles short into the stick, and he fell short way to the back now on the outside looking in. Already 3 laps left to go here in heat race number 1. Top 4 transfer. Connor New up in front, Blake Majulis, Caleb Durgan, Paul Hartwig Jr., and we got a caution. So the yellow flag will fly as we got a car turned around. I believe that's Mark Whitener in the 13. Caution will fall. Speed Zone TV instant replay coming up here for what happened on the racetrack for why we're under the yellow flag for the first time. By the way, caution flag presented by Herbert Graphics. And there you see the 48, the 5 Whitener, some other drivers there getting tangled up in it. So is also the 02. Tristan Lottiser also involved, and that is the reason why we're under our caution. Hunter Kahn caught up in it too. And just like that, we'll get ready for a restart. Connor New up in front. Blake Majulis in second. Caleb Durgan third. Ty Giles led a good majority of the first part of the race in the heat number 1. But then he fell back. He's on the outside looking in that 4th position transfer spot is now Paul Hartwig Jr. And if that's the young man out of New Jersey, that's also a pretty darn good modified racer in the real world. Remember, Paul Hartwig Jr. actually won the big modified race openers at the Racetrack Revival at North Wilkesboro back in 2022 that I announced. All right, here we go. Let's go back to green. See how it all shakes up on the restart now. Looks like Connor New up in front leading the way. Blake Majulis as the 092 is behind the wall now. Field works the back stretch into the corner. Connor New up in front. There you see the 10. Final lap. One more lap to go here in heat race number 1 here at the Summer Showdown. Connor New, Blake Majulis, Caleb Durgan, Ty Giles, and that's the way they'll finish for heat race number 1. The heat race is presented by 62 Logistics here at the Summer Showdown, and it's going to be Connor New. He'll get it done. He's going to the A-Main, of course, in the Summer Showdown prelim night, race 2. Later this evening, that'll be a 40-lap event. Remember those top 12 from last night, top 12 from tonight. We'll make it into, of course, the big show for the Summer Showdown presented by Sullens Transport. All right, there's the field. And we'll be ready to give you the starting lineup here in just a moment for heat race number 2. Big thanks, of course, also to our Prelim 2 sponsor for the feature, Starry Ranch. Starry Ranch, we appreciate them. Going to be stepping up and doing the sponsor for the events here. All right, 62 Logistics heat races roll on here at the Summer Showdown. Up next is going to be heat race number 2. There'll be 5 heats, 2 consies, 40-lap A-Main. Again, 5 heats, top 4 transfer into the Summer Showdown Prelim 2 event. And then, of course, again, that race will culminate later tonight with that 100-lap A-Main for the big money on the line, $1,000 on the line to the winner. If it's all said and done, it's, of course, those that are watching on Speed Zone TV. If you're driving down the road or if you're in your office or whatever you're doing and you want to listen to the race and you can't watch it, go to wearecrn.com, and the radio coverage is also live. We're green, heat 2, we're taking 4. Dylan Wilson, Landon Newman, Anthony Thompson, Damian Keffer, Riley Nall, Briley Putnam, Kyle Hubbard, Ian Lindell, Brayton Kajewski, Jesse Ennerkin, Jeremy Madrid, Ethan Brown, and Dakota Franklin. There's the lineup for those drivers. And, of course, heat race number 2, we're taking 4 from the 5 heats. And right now, working off the corner, the leader up in front, the 28 on the time and its scoring ticker, but it is the 22. Dylan Wilson leads the way. Landon Newman second, Anthony Thompson back to third as they work down the front straightaway, put another lap on the board. Inside, outside, all of this going on now. Battle for that second spot. Inside goes Thompson. Thompson on Newman, looking for Wilson. Drifts up the racetrack, goes to the high side. Here comes the crossover. Newman back on the bottom again. Thompson on the outside lane. That's the battle for third. Riley Nall on the 4th transfer spot. Damian Kiefer and Briley Putnam in the back watching all this go on. Still working at 2 laps to go now in heat race number 2. Taking 4 for the 8-lap heat race presented by 62 Logistics, and they work to the line. White flag will go in the air. 1 more lap to go. Final time around here at Kokomo. Dylan Wilson up in front, simply, clearly, mainly. Landon Newman is going to have to hold off Thompson. He'll get there at the line. And those drivers, of Wilson, Newman, Thompson, and Nall, are going to transfer into the A-Main for preliminary night 2 of the Summer Showdown. Practice already done. Practice is already done. Obviously, qualifying in the books presented by Austin Hall. We are right now with 2 heat races completed by 62 Logistics. Flag to flag, caution-free heat race, and Dylan Wilson gets the heat race win. We'll get ready for heat race number 3 here at the Summer Showdown. Some other sponsors we want to thank, of course. We appreciate Sullens Transport, LLC. We appreciate them being the title sponsor, Chris Sullen. Thank you also, Herbert Graphics, Starry Ranch for the Hard Charger Award for that 100-lap A-Main. That'll be coming up here tonight. Right now, we're in preliminary action, prelim race number 2. Thanks for everybody that's watching. Holy cow, we got a lot of people tuned in on Speed Zone TV. Had some technical issues last night. As a matter of fact, come to find out, iRacing itself was having some technical problems as well. And now we'll get ready for the green flag to come out for heat race number 3 here, taking 4, as those drivers will make their way. So the lineup is set. Again, what we just referred to as heat race number 3, 62 logistics. And ready for the field to come to the line, taking the top 4. Top 4 make it into the summer showdown, and we're going to green at Kokomo. Let's see how it all shakes up. And real quickly, we got a caution. We'll have to re-rack them and start them again here. I don't think the officials like the initial start of the race. By the way, on the racetrack, Robbie Buchanan, Ethan Johnson, row 1, Drew Jonkman, Tucker Elkins, row 2, Aiden Berlin, followed by, or Beerlin, sorry, Aiden Beerlin, Garrett Halsey, row number 3, Clay Erickson, Austin Farr, row 4, Brian Wells, Christopher Joy will make up row 5, Eric Hudson, Tyler Shattuck, and Dylan Hauser will make the back of the 13 drivers ready to roll here in heat race number 3. Looks like they are letting caution laps count. We had an incident on the start of this race, so we had a caution coming out here. We'll try to get somebody back in the right position, and we'll get ready to go back for green. And it looks like they are going to go back to an original start because they're saying lap now number 1 of 8 instead of 2 of 8. They do have a 10-minute clock as well, by the way, just in case the wrecks, in case the heat races are prolonged with too many cautions. There is a time limit enforced as well. As you are watching on the monitor, there is a countdown clock as well as the lineup, just in case they're not able to get back going in time. So Dylan Hauser starting 13th, and yes, we're getting ready to go to the green flag next time around. Hey, Chan, can we show Dylan Hauser's car real quick? The chat box is requesting to see what Hauser's car looks like. I think he's starting in 13th. There it is right there, Dylan Hauser. There's his race car, for those that were asking. And we'll get ready to go back to the front row and take the green, and we're underway in Heat 3. 62 Logistics Heat 3 and Preliminary 2 night here at Kokomo, USA for the Sullens Transport Summer Showdown. We're taking 4. Robbie Buchanan up in front. He leads the way. Ethan Johnston now. Johnston on the number 2 spot. Throw him down to the inside. Drew Jonkman. Tucker Elkins. Those drivers continue to battle for those spots down to the back straightaway. Working into turn number 3. Robbie Buchanan heating his marks. He leads the way. Buchanan, Johnson, Jonkman, Elkins, 1 through 4. They've got a big gaggle of traffic behind them as here comes Beerlin and Jonkman falling back to the last transfer spot. Now Beerlin's got it. Jonkman on the outside looking in. So is Joy and Erickson. And a big stack up behind them. Look at this big gaggle of traffic fighting for that final transfer spot from 4th on back. We're halfway. Halfway here in heat race number 3, presented by 62 Logistics. Top 4 go to the preliminary 2, 40-lap A-main here at the Summer Showdown. Top 12 at the end of the preliminary will make their way into the big 100-lapper. That'll be later tonight here on Speed Zone TV for those that are watching. And if you're listening on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. Right now, Robbie Buchanan continuing to lead. Ethan Johnson to the number 2 spot. Tucker Elkins back to 3rd. Everybody else still minding their way, single file of the racetrack into turn number 3. It's still going to be Johnston. Johnson on the bottom, up top side. Yeah, we got contact. Trouble, Elkins into Berlin. Jonkman's going to weasel by to the bottom. He got a couple of spots up. Can he get there? No. And he ran out of time. And that is it for Robbie Buchanan. And boy, they were getting antsy racing to the end of that heat race. Fighting so hard. Let's see where it looks like Buchanan, Johnson, Elkins, and Berlin. Berlin is going to be the drivers to transfer into the A-main unofficially right now, unless something changes there. That was probably the wildest finish we've seen so far for the 62 Logistics heat races here in the Summer Showdown. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready now for heat race number 4. They're flying by very quickly. We've got 2 more heat races, 8 laps each, and then we've got the consies followed by the feature. And up next now will be heat race number 4. Heat race number 4. Ready to see what these drivers can do here on the racetrack again. Another 8-lap heat race to try to make their way into the preliminary 2 Starry Ranch A-main. Preliminary 2 feature will be 40 laps. Preliminary 2 will be 40 laps. The top 12 of the race from the A main will make themselves in to join the other 12 from last night for that 100-lap century grind around Kokomo, USA for the final and the 100-lap $1,000 to win Summer Showdown. We're in green. Heat 4 taking 4. Kendall Tucker, the pride of the Mount Airy, North Carolina. Keep an eye on this man. He's a talent. Saw him a couple of weeks ago at the big race in Elkin, North Carolina with Dirt Vision. Double nickel race cars, obviously the Hicks family, what they're doing. Kendall Tucker leading, Keaton Holder, Mason Lobb, Cody Devon, top 4. That's the way it stands right now as their single file. Working their way around the racetrack, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Tucker up in front. 00 holding on to the lead. Keaton Holder back behind him. Mason Lobb. Other drivers including Kane Williams, Miles Morse, Ricky Bernard, Scott Fritz, Matt Yorker, Brendan White, Derek Darnell, and Nicholas Eli. Those are your drivers right now that are currently on the racetrack the way it stands of the 12. Nicholas Eli already going 1 lap down in the 12th spot with 3 laps to go. And it is all Kendall Tucker, double nickel race cars, number 55 on, of course, the real car, the 00 Kendall Tucker now. Working his way in the front spot, holding on to the lead, but here comes now Keaton Holder trying to make a move on the outside, can't get clear. Mason Lobb will follow, top 3, and they hold on to their spots. Here comes now Tucker on the outside, working off 4th to the line, white flag, 1 to go. Final time around, and look at this move on the bottom of the racetrack. Boy, Mason Lobb tried to send it. He'll hold on to it, and so will Cody Devon. And checkered flag will fall here in heat number 4, presented by 62 Logistics as they're wrecking on the cooldown lap between Mason Lobb and Keaton Holder. Cody Devon's going to transfer, and Kendall Tucker's going to win heat 4. So when it's all said and done, Kendall Tucker will, of course, take that heat race win. And, well, let's see here. But by the way, it looks like right now they're actually going to say that there's going to be 4 heat races. So the top 5, I'm sure, made it into the race. My apologies. I was told earlier this afternoon that it was going to be 5 heat races and then top 4 going in. But I see they only ran 4 heats. So I'm sure those 4 heats took the top 5 to the A main. And now we're getting ready for the C main. Let me clarify real quickly on that, and I'll be right back with you guys. All right, everybody, I'm back. Just to clarify, as we get ready for the C main, I wanted to make sure I had all this correct. They decided to do 4 heat races, and they still took the top 4. There will be 2 last chance qualifiers, and they will take the top 4 to the show. My apologies on that. I was under the impression that there was going to be 5 heat races, top 4 transfer, 2 B mains, top 2 transfer. However, they have changed it now. 4 heat races, top 4 made it in. Now we go into the last chance qualifiers, and this will take the top 4 as well. So we're looking for 8 more spots to lock in for the preliminary. And by the way, we've added on another 4 laps for the C main. Green flag is in the air. Paul Hartwig Jr., Drew Jockman, Ashton Cohey, and Dylan Hauser right now battling. Christopher Joy right there stacked up in 3rd, and we got a caution on the racetrack as the yellow flag will come out just as fast as we got a couple of laps in. Hey, you see what's going on over there? Got a couple of cars wrecked We'll get ready for a Speed Zone TV instant replay and show you what happened here. Part of the summer showdown of why we're under the yellow flag. Let's get a look at the replay of what just took place here. I think Chan's working on it. It's a caution coming out for a incident in turn number 2. A couple of cars wrecked, and here it is. Here's a replay of it, of what happened. Actually, I think, yeah, the 413 got wrecked. It's Christopher Bledsoe, I think, was the guy that was caught up in the wreck, as well as Ashton Farr, my apologies. So, anyhow, we're going back to the green flag, so they couldn't find the replay. So we're going to go back to green here. And Drew Jonkman now the leader over Paul Hartwig Jr. We're back underway here at the Summer Showdown. We're in the consies now. We've already knocked out 4 heat races, 2 12-lap consies. There is a 15-minute time limit if need be, due to time and due to the excessive wrecks. And then, of course, trouble! Turn 1, you got a wreck, guys. Oh boy, hold on to it. I think they were able to keep it moving and not wreck each other. I think we're gonna, no, there's the caution. I had a feeling there was gonna be a caution. Just caught a little glimpse of it there a moment ago when they were coming on the restart. Find that restart and go about to the 7th or 8th spot, and you'll see where those cars got together battling for that position here as we're under the caution flag again. Drew Jonkman, and Paul Hartwig Jr. battling up in the front. Here's a look at a replay of why we are under the caution flag yet again. Take a look at it. A couple of cars involved in that incident. I think this was already after the fact. So we'll rewind it just a little bit. Right about there. Yeah, there you see it. The 96, the 43 there. Grady Ehrman, the 96, caught up in it also. And that's Clay Erickson. And that'll put us under the caution flag as we will get ready. Again, another Herbert Graphics caution flag. Wrapping up now, going into our last chance qualifier, race number 1, green flag, top 4 go. And we're back underway. Drew Jonkman up in front on the paddle. He leads the way now over Christopher Joy, Paul Hartwig Jr., Tristan Ladisier right there on the top 4. They are going to go to the A-main from the Summer Showdown unless somebody can make a run from the back. Right now on the outside looking in, it's Ashton Cohey, and the caution will fly again. So another yellow flag will come out. Thank you, Jonathan Darby. Yeah, I appreciate that. They told me earlier this afternoon it was going to be 5 heat races, top 4 transfer, 2 B mains, and top 2 transfer. But of course they changed it, so I didn't get the memo. And we're under another caution flag, another caution here in this race. We'll get ready to show you the replay of what happened. That's again presented by Herbert Graphics. Another look at these drivers. Got turned 88 in the fence, of course. That's Garrett Holsey. He was right there in that 7th spot. We're getting ready to go back for the green flag here. Time limit enforced in this C main. If it continues to go on and that clock expires, the race can be called right now. As you can see, we're going to go back to the green in one more lap. 1 lap to green in the C main. That'll wrap up another Herbert Graphics caution flag, and we're back underway halfway already. 6 down and 6 to go. Look at the top 4 now battling for these spots. Look at Hartwig Jr. under attack by Joy on the outside. Loudester on the inside. Hartwig throwing every move he can. Haymakers on the bottom of the racetrack. It drifted up in front. Ladisier. Ladisier in the middle lane. Got alongside the driver to our Hartwig. And here comes a crossover move now by the 32 of Joy. And he's in the fence in turn 4. working their way to the line in 4 to go. 4 laps to go. Top 4 transfer into the Summer Showdown. Prelim 2 A-Main, presented by Starry Ranch here at Kokomo, USA. And right now, Drew Jonkman leading the way. Paul Hartwig Jr. behind them, followed by Joy to Ladisir. Ladisir now. Oh, he got turned! Ashton Cohey trying to battle back for that final transfer spot. He got stuck in the fence. He's got to rally back, and they're going to come to 2 to go. Final time around, couple of circuits, ready to roll here at Kokomo. It's Drew Jonkman leading the way. Hartwig Jr. there in that second spot, but look at Joy now. Joy down to the inside, trying to go for that upset spot. Top 4 go to the dance, white flag. Jonkman, Hartwig, Joy, Ladisir. Right now, that's the way it stands. Top 4 working the back straightaway, already in turn 3 at Kokomo. Here comes Drew Jonkman. He'll come to the line. Checkered flag is out, and he's going to the Summer Showdown Prelim 2. Jonkman, Hartwig, Joy, and Ladisir will be the 4 drivers that'll make it in from preliminary B-Main 1 here at the Summer Showdown. Tonight, somebody's going to battle for $1,000 to win. The purse through the field is $3,000 to the top 24 cars. Full field, guaranteed. 95 drivers signed in for this race. We broke it down, of course, last night on Speed Zone TV. We had a little technical issues. Also, come to find out, iRacing was having some technical problems themselves. I think they said iRacing went down yesterday, as a matter of fact, last night. But anyhow, we'll get ready to roll here for what will be the final preliminary before the 40-lap A-Main here at the Summer Showdown. So let's introduce the starting lineup. Connor New, Dylan Wilson on the front row. Robbie Buchanan, Kendall Tucker, Blake Majulis, Landon Newman, Ethan Johnson, Keaton Holder, Caleb Durgan, Anthony Thompson, your top 10. Of course, here's your first 5 rows. Then in the back, it's going to be, of course, Tucker Elkins, Mason Lobb, Ty Giles. Everybody getting into position here, ready for the start. Riley Nall, Aiden Berlin, and Cody Klein right there. There's the lineup. All right. Getting ready for the green. B-Main 2, final preliminary before the big race is underway. And people, my apologies, that is the incorrect timing and scoring. Come on, guys, we got to get it together. That is not the right timing and scoring. Damian Kiefer was in the 25, Kane Williams in 22, Riley Putnam, Jesse Innerkin in the 1, Brennan White in the 45, Miles Morse, Ricky Bernard, Scotty Fritz, Brayton Kajewski, Jeremy, I believe, those are the drivers now that it's updating. Here's a replay of what happened to put us under the yellow flag. So the caution is out. All right, Damian Kiefer, Kane Williams will now be the drivers that are on the front row. Folks, our apologies. I don't know what's going on with timing and scoring. It was showing drivers that I think that were making it into the A-Main, and it was showing them instead of these guys from the B-Main, but it looks like it's updated now. So, Riley Putnam, Brennan White, top 5, Miles Morse, Ricky Bernard, Scott Fritz, Braden Kajewski, Jeremy Madrid, Derek Darnell, Kyle Hubbard, Nicholas Eli, and the rest of the drivers in the back in the pack as we go back to green with 3 in of 12, including Ethan Brown, Dakota Franklin, Ian Lindell, and Mr. Yorker. Top 4 go in. The lineup will be set here for the Summer Showdown. Drivers working their way into the corner now in the opening lap of 1 and 2. Lap 4 of 12 already on the board, and Damian Kiefer leads the way. Kane Williams in that second spot. There you see those cars. Jesse Innerkin just getting passed by Briley Putnam for third. Innerkin on the outside, of course, or actually in looking in. Brennan White on the outside looking in now. In that fifth position right now. They work their way, circling around the track. Another lap on the board here at Kokomo. All these drivers holding on to their positions, and we have another yellow flag. Boy, here's another stack up of the accident of what's gone on for the replay. Another, if you will, caution flag coming out. Presented by Herbert Graphics. Herbert Graphics caution flag. There's Nicholas Eli, the 23, the 02, Brown, some other cars involved in that, and puts us under the yellow flag again for an incident here in B main number 2. 6 of 12 halfway when they come to the line here, and they're going to come to the green in one more lap as well. Big thanks to all of the sponsors. They're up on the top of the screen. We appreciate them making this event happen. Thank you for those that are watching. The big show is coming up after the preliminary action. Later tonight, 100 laps, $1,000 to win, a $3,000 purse here in the inaugural Summer Showdown, the first annual inaugural Summer Showdown, presented by Sullens Transport LLC. Thank you, Chris Sullen, for stepping up and making this race happen. All the other sponsors as well. Starry Ranch will sponsor the A main for preliminary 2. Rich will be after this as we go back to green in the B main. B main 2 underway. Damian Kiefer leads. Williams in second, and they got stacking them up there behind them again. That's Innerkin and White and Bernard and Kajewski battling. Everybody there looking for that spot on the outside going into turn number 3, and they're going to go 4 wide. 4 wide. Tangle Stag is the 7 car. Holds on to it. Battles back. Right there, top 4 in position. Battle for the transfer with Brennan White and Ricky Bernard, and the yellow flag will fly. So the yellow flag out. Look at this. The 28. That's Matt Yorker going around. 15 trying to avoid of Nicholas Eli. He did. And then all of a sudden the 23, nowhere to go. Up high, Ethan Brown. Down low, the 36. And that is why we are under the caution flag here. That's Miles Morse, by the way, already multiple laps down. 4 laps to go in the B main. 4 laps to go in the B main, and the field will be set for the 24 drivers that will battle for the Starry Ranch Preliminary 2 A main. 40 laps, top 12 go to the 100 lap race that will be the Summer Showdown here at Kokomo, USA. Big thanks again to Austin Hall, 62 Logistics, another Herbert Graphics caution flag. Lunatic Designs was the Prelim 1 feature sponsor. Thanks to Starry Ranch for Prelim 2, and the overall sponsor again, Sullens Transport LLC. All right, ready for the green flag to come out. Another time around, 1 to green. Damian Kiefer up in front, leads the way of that 25. They're going to be stacked up 2 by 2. No, they are not. They're going to go single file because we are going to come to the green and get this back underway. They are going to get 2 by 2. Okay, I thought they were going to be single file. They're going to get back up 2 by 2 on the back straightaway. 1 to go to green. I think they're going to have 3 laps before the end of the B main. And right now, Damian Kiefer, Kane Williams, Briley Putnam, and Jesse Innerkin are the 4 drivers here at Kokomo looking to go into the Summer Showdown as the final 4 drivers. Here they come, working into 3 and 4 to the line. Green flag. Putnam and Interkin didn't fire, and I think they're going to call a restart back. They did not like the call. So they're going to let these drivers get back in order quickly and get back to racing here. The field will be coming to the green flag, this time by 3 to go in the B main. Kuiper, DK, Damian Kuiper leading. Kane Williams, Briley Putnam. It says that we're under green, but we're actually still under yellow. All right, guys, get in order here. Looks to me like they're going to have a one-lap shootout. To the line, here we go, back to green. It is a one-lap dash. This is it. 1 lap left to go in the B main to transfer in. Damian Kuiper, followed by Kane Williams. Briley Putnam and Brendan White are the 4 drivers that will make it in to the big show now, as that is the end of the B main. Damian Kuiper will take it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to step away and take a break. When we come back, we will have, after a quick warm-up, the main event for the preliminary 2 feature presented by Starry Ranch here at the Summer Showdown from Kokomo Speedway, USA. This is Speed Zone TV and listening on CRN, the Community Radio Network. We are back in just a moment. Welcome back to Kokomo, USA, and coverage rolls on of the Summer Showdown presented by Sullens Transport here at the, of course, coverage. Those that are watching on Speed Zone TV, listening on CRN, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you to Chan Pottle working on the production side of things. And we are ready now for the final preliminary of the evening with this 40-lap feature. The top 12 will make their way into the 100-lap Summer Showdown. And we are ready to give you the starting lineup. Here's the lineup real quickly. You see the 24 drivers that are locked in on the front row. Connor New, Dylan Wilson. Row 2, Robbie Buchanan and Kendall Tucker. Blake Majulis, Landon Newman, row 3. Ethan Johnson, Keaton Holder, row 4. Caleb Durgan and Anthony Thompson making up row number 5. Tucker Elkins, followed by the drivers of Mason Lobb, Ty Giles, Riley Nall, row number 7. Aiden Berlin, followed by Cody Nevin and Drew Jonkman. And, of course, that's row 8. Row 9, Drew Jonkman and Damian Kiefer. And we're going green flag along with Harley Hartwig Jr., Paul Hartwig Jr., Kane Williams, Christopher Joy, Putnam, Lotus here in white, and we're green. 40 laps, 1 hour time limit. Winner transfers in. Top 12 go to the Summer Showdown, and we already got a caution. Yellow flag is already out. I saw a lot of names drop off. I wonder if we just had a big wreck over there. The top 12 from last night, from the preliminary 1 feature, now are awaiting the top 12 for this feature to put in your 24 drivers that will battle for $1,000 to win, a $3,000 purse for the Summer Showdown. Take a look at the instant replay and see what happened. Here's a big bottleneck of traffic, and you already see at the bottom of the racetrack, at the bottom of the apron, they were wrecking, and already the 87 turned into the pack. Looked like maybe a little net code there as he went inkin' blinking. Other drivers involved, that's Tucker Elkins, by the way, Brennan White, some others, and that is the reason why we go under the caution flag. Another Herbert Graphics caution here at the Summer Showdown. Thanks again, of course. This is the Starry Ranch, the 4S Starry Ranch A-Main preliminary race. This is the Starry Ranch A-Main preliminary, and we're going to green again. 3 in a 40 top 12. Remember, that's the big number. 12 drivers at the end of this race will transfer into the Kokomo Show here for the Summer Showdown for the big money. There's Blake Majulis working his way right now in the top 5. You're in the guys right now watching the spots. Look at them, 4 and 5 wide here around Kokomo. This is normally a primarily sprint car track. Ty Giles, Caleb Durgan right now on the 12. 11th and 12th spot to go into the A-Main. Look at now Connor New up high, and we got a caution. Yellow flag will fly again. I want to say Anthony Thompson got caught up in this one to put us under the yellow flag. Connor New, Dylan Wilson, Robbie Buchanan, Anthony Thompson, guys. Look for Anthony Thompson's car. I want to say he's in 22nd spot right now. I want to say he's the guy that caused the accident. There you see right there on the replay up on the top, the car going around. And that's a look of where from a drone shot from turn number 1 and 2. You can see what happened to a couple of those race cars. And that's why we are under another yellow flag. Another, of course, Herbert Graphics caution flag here. This is the Starry Ranch Prelim 2 feature. 40 laps again, top 12 go into the Summer Showdown, which will be next. As soon as we finish up all of these preliminaries, we move into the big race, and we're going to go back to green here at the Summer Showdown Prelim. Starry Ranch, thank you for sponsoring it. Thank you also, obviously, to Sullens Transport LLC for the big show. All of these people working and making it happen. And right now, 3 and 4 wide, stacking them up there behind the top 3. That's Newman, Tucker, Buchanan, Johnson, Holder. 3 wide for the lead, Dylan Wilson. Connor New, Landon Newman, all fighting for these spots up on the top. New under attack. Here they work their way off the corner, back down to the line again, here to turn 3. Keep an eye on the driver of Kendall Tucker. He's making the outside work for him. And the caution's going to come out again on lap number 9 of 40. Caution out again. We'll find a replay here of what happened. Speed Zone TV. Here's a look at it. Well, it looks like I saw a couple of drivers with obviously popping in and out, and then all of a sudden you saw the incident there with a little issue. Another, again, right now, Connor New up in front. I want to go back to that. Lap 9 of 40. Connor New leads. Dylan Wilson in second. Boy, Dylan Wilson way under attack a moment ago. Watching all that going on there. Behind him was Johnson and Newman. Blake Majulis, never count out the man out of New York. Guy's been running a long time in the world of iRace. And don't forget about Majulis, their team. There was a time during the COVID era where Blake Majulis and Evan C. despised one another. They just did not get along. They were rivals. They went at it like cats and dogs, like it was the Hadfields and McCoys. But the best thing, but could have been the worst thing for a lot of these other iRacing competitors, was for Blake Majulis and Evan C. to merge and work with each other. And there you see now what Blake Majulis has done is he's in that 6th spot. And we got another caution flag. I'm kind of disappointed. Last night's A-Main didn't have as many cautions as already. We've seen as many cautions in the first 10 laps of this A-Main tonight. Get ready for another instant replay to show you what happened here. Of why the caution came out. Wesley, I'd love to go back to East Alabama Motor Speedway. I just don't agree with some of the people that are running the track now. I understand that there's new people that are there. And I was contacted back during a few months ago about the guy that had Burgers and More across the road. I just haven't really looked into possibly going back to Phoenix City yet. I used to be the voice or one of the announcers at East Alabama for the Alabama State Race and the National 100. But you never know. I just didn't agree with the new promoters and their image and the way they were doing things, and I just kind of got put out of the loop, and it's all good. So, we'll see. You never know. As we're back to green here at the Summer Showdown. Oh, boy, trouble! Big trouble! 2, 3, 4, and somehow they stack them up and they keep going. Oh, my goodness, parts flying off cars. 2 or 3 cars with debris going off of their entries, and the caution is going to come out again. Another Herbert Graphics caution. Here's a replay. I don't blame you. Stay right there with it because you just saw it happen. Look at them going back here on the restart. Maybe come back a little bit more to the green, and then you'll see it. There you go. This will tell the tale of what happened. Watch this replay of what just went on. They are already stacked up 3 and 4 wide, like, man, all the way using the wide part of the corner of the racetrack here at Kokomo. And now the replay. Can we hit fast forward, please? Or hit play? Too slow, too slow. All right, watch this. Whoa. And then by the time they got into turn 1 and 2, you saw what was left of in the 3 and 4, and then there was debris and parts flying, and I think they had no other choice but to throw the caution flag. So that was why the yellow flag got through after that little stack up there. Big gaggle of traffic fighting for that position. On the restart, they had another yellow flag out. 12 of 40 laps. Remember, Best thing for sure is that as we get ready to come back to the green flag, there is still 12 of 40 laps. 12 of 40 laps. They're, again, top 12 make it into the Summer Showdown. That race will pay $1,000 to win, a $3,000 purse through the field. Drew Jonkman and Riley Knoll right now on the final bubble. What do you call it? The fast dozen, if you will. As we're back to green here at Kokomo, USA. iRacing's coverage of the Summer Showdown presented by Sullens Transport on Speed Zone TV, and all the leaders in trouble. He's up and airborne and flips in the fence. Connor New. Oh, no. The leader in the 10 car wrecked on the restart. Here's a replay. All you got to do is stay on the front row and you'll find it. Look at this. Blake Majulis, Dylan Wilson, Connor New in the fence and airborne in 10. Oh, man, heartbreak. Look at the car just completely coming apart. Into the catch fence. Everyone bonsai into the inside to miss the 10. Car coming completely apart. Look at it, just rips the tire from the chassis. And the shocks of the tie rod. My. Under valence of the race car, and what a tough break there for him. Snake Parker, one thing for sure, East Alabama's better for who owns it now. And anyone who don't agree. Thank you. Yeah, man. I kind of agree with you on that. I agree with you. I just don't know who it is. I do know it's the guy that used to operate Burgers and More. Or he owns Burgers and More. So, you never know. Maybe I'll get back down to East Alabama again. Like I said, I was contacted during the winter about, obviously having new partners and stuff. But the last 2 or 3 seasons, I just didn't agree with who was running the track. And, I was there, obviously, when Mr. Billy Thomas was there before his health declined. And then the other family got it, and I just didn't agree with them. Not going to lie to you. I'm going to say this off the record, and we'll go back for the restart. I wasn't going to travel down to Phoenix City, Alabama, which is probably about 700 some odd miles from my house, and only get paid like $200, $300 a day with all of those races going on as long as they did. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I said I wasn't going to do it anymore. All right. I mean, anybody that's been to the Alabama State Race or the National 100, you know that they run Thursday, Friday, all day Saturday morning, all day Saturday afternoon, take a break for a few hours, run Saturday night, and then you're there all damn day on Sunday. It wasn't worth $200 a day. It just wasn't. All right, let's get ready to go back for the restart. Connor New was just wrecked. It's now going to be Dylan Wilson and Blake Majulis on the front row, Landon Newman, Ethan Johnson, Robbie Buchanan, your top 5 now. Connor New, I think they get one fast repair if I remember correctly. See how it happens. Connor from the back. We'll see what happens. We'll watch it. Connor from the back. Can Connor New do it? I think he might be out. And I believe also Dylan Wilson might be out as well. Blake Majulis and Landon Newsom now on the front row here at the Summer Showdown. Starry Ranch Preliminary 2 feature, 40 laps. This one has definitely been a wreck fest compared to what we had last night in the first prelim. We're green, 13 of 40. We haven't even got halfway yet. Remember, there is a countdown clock. They have an hour to complete the race. If they don't complete it in an hour, the race will be called with a one-lap shootout. Meanwhile, back up in the front, Landon Newman, now the new leader. Not for long, though. Blake Majulis on the inside. 4 wide for the lead. Buchanan and Kiefer. Majulis, oh boy, put back to 5th. Majulis battling back. The outside lane starting to work again here. Remember what happened last night here at Kokomo in the first prelim that we actually were able to broadcast right there at the end on Speed Zone TV. They were able to use the bottom of the racetrack to win the A-main feature over everyone else that was running the top. Primarily at Kokomo, USA, you're banging off the boards. And this is normally a very popular sprint car track, not for late models. But boy, these late models are putting on a phenomenal show right now as they work their way with Ethan Johnson out in front. Ethan Johnson, Landon Newman, and they're going to come to the line this time by, and we're going to be halfway. 20 down, 20 to go, and the caution is out. Caution out before halfway. We got a wreck. Watching all of these drivers working their way around the racetrack. One lap to cross flags, and the caution will fly again here. They were making a big battle, but almost 3 and 4 wide for those positions there. And got another one up in the fence. Ethan Johnson, the leader now. As the caution falls yet again here at the Summer Showdown. Prelim 2, again, presented by Starry Ranch. We're looking for a replay, and hopefully we'll find it for you. As there you see the 22. And I believe that's Kane Williams. Kane Williams was the driver that had a problem, but I think they've skipped the replay. I don't know what's going on. So, and we're going to go back to the start of the race here, back to the green. It is right before halfway. 21 laps to go here at the Summer Showdown. We are just getting ready to come to the halfway mark of this race. Still a long way to go, taking 12 to the show if there's 12 cars left. Boy, they've been wrecking each other like they're in the funny papers in this same vein. And now Ethan Johnson up in front, and then caution's out again. Oh, wow. We did get to halfway, though. We did get to halfway, and then the caution come out. As the caution comes out again. Thank you again to Sullens Transport LLC for sponsoring the Summer Showdown. The first annual Summer Showdown. You know, I always thought first annual was inaugural, but I guess a lot of people use, they use the word first annual now, but it is inaugural. I always thought it was inaugural, so it is the first. So, anyhow, we're halfway home finally. Thank you, Snake Parker. Oh yeah, man, it's definitely it's long, and anybody that works the events, I think of myself and Michael Patton, or Joe Kelly when we worked before, just on the announcing side. You think of Jason and Will Dykes, the flagman and race director, the people that do tech, the people that work in those damn concession stands, and it's what's so crazy is, you go there in the state race and it's 100 some odd degrees in September. You go there in November and it's cold, and, it's a lot of work that goes behind doing it. And obviously I've always said this, every racetrack has their premier, race, their premier event that they like, their show. And obviously the Alabama and the state race is theirs. As we're going to go back to green flag here in the Summer Showdown, just after halfway, 20 down, 20 to go. Like I said, in closing, for those that know me from Phoenix City in East Alabama, love to get back down there again. Maybe one day it'll happen. I just got to get up with the promoter and chat with him. So all I know is he operates Burgers and More across the road from the racetrack as well. Ethan Johnson leading the way. Landon Newman in that second spot. Kendall Tucker third. Robbie Buchanan, Tristan Lattiser right now the top 5. That's the way it stands. As everybody now starting to go to the outside lane up off the boards. Back straight away, 18 laps to go now. Closing in on the home stretch of this one. We're at the virtual Kokomo Speedway. And I believe we're under another caution flag. Caution coming out, another one. 18 to go, 17 to go. Yes, I know Joe Kelly. Joe Kelly from Florida, All Tech Raceway, Need More, Racing with Jesus Industries. Man, me and Joe have known each other since 16. All right, there's a look at the replay where the big wreck happened over there. And you see them wrecking on the... Johnson continuing to be the man that leads the way. Ethan Johnson, Kendall Tucker. Fly, of course, Landon Newman, Robbie Buchanan, Tristan Lottis are the top 5. Here we go, ready to go back for the restart in just a moment. They should get 1 to green this time by 1 lap to green. There you see it. Big thanks to, obviously, Colton Herbert, Chris Sullen. Thank you to Chan Pottle, Speed Zone TV. By the way, Speed Zone TV used to be called Pedal to the Metal Racing TV. They have rebranded. She's changed everything. Speed Zone TV also not only does the broadcast, but they also do, she does race directing, I believe. So if there's anybody that has any big events out there and you need a race director or anything, contact Speed Zone TV and they'll take care of you. We're back to green in the Summer Showdown. This is the Story Ranch Prelim 2A main. Johnson up in front, and Kendall Tucker is pounding on the back door. There goes the 00 from Mount Airy, North Carolina. Double Nichols race car catching the back of the spoiler of Johnson. Robbie Buchanan in that 3rd spot, followed by Junkman 4th. Lottis are back to 5th. Remember the top 12 go to the show right now. It's Connor New and Anthony Thompson. Remember Connor New, who got airborne. It don't matter if he don't win the damn race. He just needs to get to the top 12. You got to get in the top 12. Got to make yourself into the top 12 to go to the A main right now. Anthony Thompson, Aiden Berlin on the outside looking into the caution. Will fly again here at the Summer Showdown. Prelim 2 feature. Yeah, Bubba Rowland. I know Joe Kelly very well, buddy. All right, let's go to the replay. Look at this. Cars turned around. There's the 212 of Putnam. Putnam somehow overcorrected, got back going again, and I think because of that, they were trying to throw the caution maybe a little too prematurely, in my opinion, but it is what it is. We'll go back for a restart. This race presented by Sullens Transport LLC. If you'd like to know more, go on Facebook at Sullens Transport LLC. Thank you to Chris Sullen for making this event happen. Also, other sponsors, including Story Ranch for the preliminary 2 feature you're watching right now. Herbert Graphics caution flag, obviously. Thank you for them, stepping up and being the caution flag sponsor, Herbert Graphics. Last night was Lunatic Designs for the preliminary 1 feature. Thank you also to Austin Hall for the qualifying and 62 Logistics for the heat races. The big 100-lap race coming up in just a moment as soon as this one for preliminary 2 feature is done for the 100-lap race here at Kokomo. Big thanks to the A-Main, including Sullen Transport, Herbert Graphics, and the hard charger of the race is presented by Story Ranch. So all those people still involved in what we're doing, we're live on, of course. If you want to watch it on Speed Zone TV, Speed Zone TV. We're on the Community Radio Network as well at wearecrn.com. That is wearecrn.com, and we are closing in on the finish of this Story Ranch Prelim 2 feature. 12 to go here at Kokomo, USA. Johnson up in front, Tucker though on the inside. Here comes Kendall Tucker, battling on the bottom. Kendall Tucker down to the inside for a long time. Ran with Swindell Speed Labs. Now that double nickel race car entry. 00 looking good from the pride of North Carolina, from Mount Airy up in the mountains where Pilot Mountain is. Right now, he leads the way. Not anymore. Ethan Johnson back up in front. Getting ready to go back to the shootout here, and finally 9 to go. 9 laps remaining for the big show. It is Ethan Johnson out in front. Johnson, Tucker, Lattiser, Buchanan, Jonkman, Newman, New, Thompson, Nevin, Wilson. Those drivers, of course, also right now joining in 11th and 12th of Nevin and Putnam to go to the big show. 8 to go, 7 to go here at Kokomo. The top 12, remember, will make it in to the big event here on Speed Zone TV, and the caution is out again in the late rally. Yellow flag will fly, late race caution. So another yellow flag out over the racetrack here. Late race caution coming out. We'll get ready to go back for another restart. 7 laps to go here. Oh, it's getting good in the neighborhood, and I don't mean at your local Applebee's. Right here on iRacing, these guys are battling it out, ready to see what happens. Paul Hartwig, I think something happened to him. He fell out in the start of the race. I think he got caught up in an accident. He's out. He's at 21st. He's out of this one. Thanks again to Sullens Transport for making this event happen here. Ready for the green flag to come back out. Chan Pottle working on the production behind the scenes up in Canada. And we're ready to go back to green. This is it. 6 to go. Could this be the final restart of the night? Here for the Starry Ranch Preliminary 2A main feature. They're already stacking up 2 and 3 wide again. Johnson with a power move on the bottom of the racetrack. Drifts up in front of the crossover on Tucker. Kendall Tucker contact with Johnson. They battle door to door. Tucker down to the inside. Holding onto the lead. Holding to the lead. Johnson back on the bottom. He's got Buchanan now to deal with Teladas here as well. Newman now into the mix in the top 5 cars, a battle for the lead. A little shake, rattle, and roll. A bump. Up the hill goes Johnson. Johnson now from the outside. Back to the inside. Tucker to the top side of the racetrack. Johnson on the bottom again. He crossover. Went for the slider and made the move again. 3 to make it 2 to go. Closing in on the end of this one here at Virtual Kokomo when they come to the line. This is it. 2 laps to go. Tucker down to the inside. Johnson will follow. Buchanan and Lottis here ready to pounce on them like coiled cobras. One wrong slip, and they're going to capitalize as right now they race to the home stretch now. Ethan Johnson to the line. White flag in the air, 1 to go. Final lap here in the Starry Ranch Preliminary 2 to the Summer Showdown. We're taking 12. Right now, Ethan Johnson on the outside. Kendall Tucker's going to send it deep. He can't get there. He'll settle for second. Checkered flag, and Ethan Johnson's going to win. Ethan Johnson wrecks going into turn number 1, but he's going to win here at the Summer Showdown in preliminary race number 2. What a job by Ethan Johnson. Johnson will get it done. He picks up the win. Robbie Buchanan second. Kendall Tucker is going to go third on the podium unofficially. Tristan Ladisier, Drew Jonkman, Blake Majulis, Landon Newman, Briley Putnam, Connor New, Dylan Wilson, and of course the other 2 drivers that will make the 12 pending anything happen to get them thrown out. Anthony Thompson and Ty Giles will be the 12 drivers that will make it in to the 100-lap inaugural first annual Summer Showdown presented by Sullens Transport LLC. That 100-lap A-Main is coming up very soon. We're going to try to grab Johnson, Buchanan, and Tucker. We'll be back with more on Speed Zone TV from Kokomo, USA on iRacing in just a moment. Welcome back to Speed Zone TV. Those listening as well on the Community Radio Network, Wesley Outlet here with you as the final preliminary to action of the book sport. Of course, the Starry Ranch preliminary here at Kokomo, USA, part of the Sullens Transport's Summer Showdown. And let's grab the winner, of course, when it's all said and done. Ethan Johnson, boy, that was a battle. It was caution field. One thing I said is it was definitely a lot more yellow flags, a lot of those Herbert Graphics caution flags tonight than last night. But at the end of the day, you survive it. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I knew going into the race it'd be a caution fest, big money on the line. Everybody's excited to make it into the race, so they're gonna do whatever they can to do to try to get in. So kind of expected all the cautions.
I mean, obviously you want to win the preliminary, but the big goal obviously is to make it into the this big show coming up next. Am I correct? That's where the big run for the money is.
Yeah, I knew making the show would be the hard part because everybody's racing hard, trying to get into the show to race for the money. So I knew it was gonna be rough racing, close racing, hard racing. Just everybody's just trying to make it in.
Well, Bud, before we let you go, thank your sponsors. And what do you think this 100-lap A-Main is going to be like whenever they drop the green coming up for the Sullens Transport A-Main feature here at the Summer Showdown?
Hopefully it's a good race. Hopefully they reset the track this time so it's kind of not one laned. Be able to use bottom top, make passes for the people that are starting deep in the field. So I just hope it's a good race and want to come out on top, obviously.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that, of course, is Mr. Ethan Johnson. He is the winner of race number 2 here in the Starry Ranch Preliminary 2 here at the Summer Showdown. Let's go down to the second place, man, and grab, of course, Robbie Buchanan. Robbie, somehow, some way, at the end of the night, you make yourself into that second spot, and obviously it's going to put you, if I'm thinking correctly, you will be starting 4th whenever this race gets underway tonight, man. What is your take of, for the 100-lapper, obviously, what's your take of how things win? And obviously a good solid run for you in a great race, even though there was a lot of caution flags for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, I came into this night, I kind of tested for about 2-3 days, and I expected to be pretty good, but I really did not think that I was going to come out with second there, and especially qualify as good as I did. But I knew Kendall and Ethan were going to have a good race and race hard, so I was just kind of looking out for that.
Well, man, I got to ask you this question. What are you going to do differently for this 100-lap race? Obviously, you got a pretty good starting position up in the front. You'll be, I believe, on the outside of row number 2 in the 4th spot. So what will be the plan? Obviously, being up in front in the prelim race, you're up in front during your heats and your consi or your heat race. What do you do to make sure you're there at the end for the checker flag for the big money?
Really just keep the car clean. I mean, I don't know how many quick repairs there's going to be, but that doesn't really matter. You want to stay kind of at least top 10, keep the car clean, and definitely not get lapped, but you really just want to keep the car clean, save your tires, and whatnot.
Well, buddy, before we let you go, thank your sponsors. We appreciate you being here, man. Good luck in the big show coming up next.
Yeah, thank you. I just got to thank Ethan Johnson, Chase Barbara, JC Floyd over at Dirty South, everybody on the car that really just helps, especially Jordan Casey, like I said, Chase Barbara, Ethan Johnson. And I got to thank you guys for putting this deal on.
There you go. There's the thoughts of course, Mr. Robbie Buchanan. And that driver will finish in the number 2 position here as we rock and roll with our post-race on Speed Zone TV and CRN for the Starry Ranch Preliminary 2 feature here at the Summer Showdown. Mount Airy, North Carolina's Kendall Tucker will finish 3rd. He's in the Summer Showdown for $1,000 to win. But, boy, Kendall, I know you wanted to win that prelim. So close there at the end. Your take of the race.
Oh, no, it was a good race. I say there were so many cautions there. It was hard to get in any kind of rhythm, but kind of got a couple green flag runs there. That little run there to the finish was fun. Just wish I would have just been smarter and just settled for second, but I just wanted to duck it down to the bottom there and see if we could have went ahead and got the win. We had a really good race with Ethan there, and was trying hard to go ahead and park this thing. At least one time tonight. Hopefully we'll be fortunate enough to be hanging around there at the end of the 100-lapper and keep our nose clean.
Kendall, we've known each other a long time, man. Of course, real race car driver yourself, as well as not only in the world of iRacing, but man, what's the what's it going to take to win this big show, or at least be in contention to be in the run for the money for this big show? 1,000 to win, a $3,000 purse, man. This is pretty damn cool right here to see, and it's pretty something that's not been done in a while with these kind of money in iRacing for sure.
Yeah, no, it's cool. We're all real fortunate for these guys putting this race on for us. You know, it's definitely died down on the money races. There was definitely 3 or 4 a week there for a while. Now it's this is the first one I've seen in quite some time. So I don't know. We'll just try to keep good track position throughout the race, and since we're starting kind of towards the front, we'll try to just stay where we're at, and just try to inch our way forward, win, and if we can, and just mainly just try to keep the car clean. Had damage there from like lap 12 or 13 on, so definitely can't have that in the 100 lapper.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, we want you to thank your sponsors, man, and good luck. Good luck in the big race tonight. It should be a fun one coming up here in a matter of moments.
Yeah, I just got to thank all the guys at Magilla Say Speed Shop, Double Nickel Race Cars, Tour V by Justin Perlman. Got to thank Logan Rumsey for giving me his spot to run this deal here tonight. He's out running the Pennsylvania Speed Week at Lincoln Speedway tonight, so pretty sure you can catch that on Flare Racing. So
yes,
wish him the best tonight, and we'll try and go get a win for him.
Always been down there, up just outside of Gettysburg, Pennsylvania is Abbottstown, PA, and that's where Lincoln Speedway is. And yes, it is live on Flow Racing. So, man, thank you so much, Kendall. Always great catching up with you, whether it's in person or obviously in the iRacing world. And go get them tonight, man.
Yes, sir. Hope to be talking to you later, Leslie.
That is Kendall Tucker from Mount Airy, North Carolina. He'll finish in the 3rd spot. Ethan Johnson, winner of the Story Ranch Preliminary 2. Robbie Buchanan, Kendall Tucker, the top 3 podium. And the field is set for 100 laps. 12 drivers from last night, 12 drivers from the preliminary you just saw. Those 24 drivers are now in the server. We got to step away and go to break to reset on our end. When we come back, the big show at Kokomo, USA, the Sullens Transport LLC Summer Showdown, a century grind, 100 laps, $1,000 to the winner, a $3,000 purse, and it is next on Speed Zone TV and CRN. Be back in a moment. Welcome back to the Summer Showdown, and the one we've all been waiting for those drivers. Again, these 24 drivers are on the racetrack. They are right now getting their final chance to have a practice session. I'm understanding in less than 2 minutes, they will be ready to battle for, of course, $1,000 to win 100 laps in the Summer Showdown. The winner of this event, again, a $1,000 payday. Big thanks to Sullens Transport, all the other sponsors that we've been mentioning. They're flashing up on the top right of the monitor of the broadcast here on Speed Zone TV. And of course, Lunatic Designs, Starry Ranch for the preliminary A-Main sponsors. And of course, now the Sullens Transport LLC A-Main feature, the Summer Showdown. 100 laps, $1,000 going to the winner. A $3,000 purse, as I think everybody through the field is getting some type of money in some shape or form, and these drivers are getting ready to go. It is, again, 24 drivers. They were actually waiting until they had all 24 drivers in the server committed and ready to go. They do have that, as those are the drivers, again, that made it in from the races last night and tonight from the top 12. And again, right now, they are getting into position, ready to roll. The roar of the cars as they practice around Kokomo, USA. And we get you ready for the big show that's coming up for 100 laps. The Summer Showdown here tonight at Kokomo Speedway. Again, this has been a fun couple of nights, and obviously it culminates to this big 100-lap race. And if you're watching practice right now here on Speed Zone TV or listening, obviously, on CRN, because you got to paint a picture in radio, you can see these guys ripping the lip. They're up on the top of the racetrack. They're all riding the top side, ripping the, banging off the boards, if you will. The Kokomo Speedway, very popular, widely known in Kokomo, Indiana, to be used as a sprint car track. But they do have, over the years, done some exciting late models, and the late models show, I think, here in the virtual world of Kokomo, USA, should be fun as well. These drivers getting ready to roll for the big race, and of course, that is what will be coming up here. We'll pause for a moment, rest our voices, and you can just hear the sounds of the cars for those that are watching as they are practicing, getting ready for the big event here at the Summer Showdown at Kokomo Speedway. Chan, bring me back. Welcome back to Speed Zone TV. We are getting ready to introduce the starting lineup for the big race that is coming up next. It is the Summer Showdown here at the, of course, Kokomo Speedway. These drivers are not going to run heats. They're not going to run consies. The field is set from the two preliminary races earlier tonight and last night. 24 drivers are ready to go here for this event. Let's take a look at, obviously, as they will be gridding the starting lineup. It looks like Evan C. and Blake Majulis are going to make up the front row. I don't know if I trust that lineup or not. We've had some problems with the other lineups, so I'm going to wait until actually they finish it. It looks like actually Evan C. and Blake Majulis are going to be on the front row with Connor New and Chase Barbara, Nathan Waddell, Kendall Tucker, Ethan Johnson, Damian Kiefer, followed by Dylan Yeager, Brady Thompson, top 10, Drew Jonkman, Robbie Buchanan, Tristan Loudesser, followed by Jaden Anderson, Hunter Langs, Colton Herbert, Logan Herbert, Zach Jenkins, Dylan Wilson, and Anthony Thompson. There's their first 20 starters of the race. And I guess there was an invert or something. I don't know. I don't think Evan C. won the race last night. That's what I can't figure out, how he made it in on the starting on the pole. I thought it was going to be whoever were the heat race, or whoever was the prelim winner would be on the front row. So I would have thought that what's his face, Kendall Tucker. No, I'm sorry, not Ethan Johnson. I would have thought Ethan Johnson was going to be on the outside of the front row, as being the prelim 2 winner, the prelim 1 winner last night. But anyhow, there's the lineup, and it is set, and we're getting ready for the Summer Showdown. So again, the field will be rolling here in just a moment. 24 drivers will be battling and ready to see how it all goes here at Kokomo, USA. This event, Super Late Models at Kokomo. It is $1,000 to win. The full field purse is $3,000. So, man, they have really stepped up and made this thing be big for a lot of folks. Thank you guys all for being here. Okay. Somebody is saying that it was sorted by the iRacing rating because they skipped qualifying. Nobody told me this. It would be nice if I got these memos, okay? Nobody told me any of this stuff. I was under the impression that who was on the prelim would be on the pole. And, for 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, and so on. Nobody said nothing about an iRacing rating or any of this stuff, and honestly, it makes me sound like an idiot. So thank you for whoever you are for no for telling me that. So I do appreciate it. All right, the field is rolling. And we'll get ready for the big one here. Coming up, big thanks to, again, Chris Sullens and Colton Herbert and so many other people that were involved in making this event be what it is. These drivers are getting into position. And, again, ready to see what this 100-lap race will entail is right now. No, wait a minute. They are putting these guys in. You're damn right. I thought I was right. They were breaking them now into their starting spots from the way they finished last night. So it is going to put, what is his name, Dylan Yeager and what's his face, Ethan Johnson on the front row. Okay, so you do see him getting into their starting position for the race. Okay, yeah, see. So basically, whatever they were doing, I guess they were, as you said, they were doing it by the iRacing order, but now they're actually putting them in the order of the way that they finished at the end of these heat races. So, or the prelims. Because I was under the impression that if you won the preliminary race, which was last night, winner Dylan Yeager, then obviously we saw Ethan Johnson win the one earlier tonight, then you're on the front row. So, all right, we're going to green. Kokomo Summer Showdown, 100 laps. Here comes the run to the money. Hopefully this race will fly by. You have to be patient for 100 laps. Can't get out here and be aggressive. And the best of iRacing in the Summer Showdown are battling here now. Got to find your rhythm. Get in a rhythm, get in a rhyme, get up on the top side. Not yet. A lot of drivers driving the bottom here so far. Dylan Yeager up in front. Colton Herbert in the second position. Jaden Anderson the third, and we got one slamming into the Ute tire. Jaden Anderson, Evan C., Chase Barbara. All these drivers working in the position. Bojangles, number 33. It's bow time for our buddy Evan C. I love some Bojangles too. Watching all these guys going 3 and 4 wide, trying to miss the Ute tire coming off the corner. The big show underway. Dylan Yeager, Jaden Anderson now to second. Colton Herbert third. Evan C., Chase Barber top 5. Tucker, Johnson, Majulis, Jenkins, Buchanan. There's your top 10. That's the way they stand right now in the opening laps of the Summer Showdown. Showtime here at Kokomo. The winner of this race, $1,000 payday from all these awesome camera angles. Let's rest my voice for a minute. Let's crank it up here at Kokomo as they're getting the green in the opening start of things. $12 laps in of 100 here at the Summer Showdown. You just wanted to just take in the roar of those cars, the virtual super late models, as my good friend, the late Rick Eshelman colleague, used to say, these are the most powerful late models on the planet, super late models, ripping the lip here at Kokomo, USA. And right now, Dylan Yeager is the man that's leading it. 14 of 100 laps here at Kokomo. Yeager, Anderson, Herbert, C., Tucker. Right now, your top 5. That's the way it stands as they work their way in to the corner into 3 and 4. Dylan Yeager so far running away with this one here. Anderson, Herbert, C., Tucker. Top 5, Blake Majulis, Chase Barbara. Followed by Ethan Johnson, the Prelim 2 winner from Starry Ranch. Obviously, Lunatic Graphics feature winner last night, Dylan Yeager, taking them to school here right now. Remember what Yeager did last night, man? He drove to the inside of the racetrack and made a big move to get that victory. Sullens Transport, Herbert Graphics, thanks to Austin Hall. Thanks to 62 Logistics, Starry Ranch, Lunatic Designs, all the people that were involved in making this event happen here at the Summer Showdown. And believe it or not, we're already 1/5 of the way through. 20 laps down, 100 is the distance. And 20 green flag laps at that. What a phenomenal show. These are the best of virtual iRacing dirt competitors on the track. They respect one another. They race one another hard. But they definitely are mindful of what's at stake here. $1,000 on the line to the winner. $1,000 to the winner. $3,000 purse. You want to be the top dog, but to be there, you must first finish. And that's exactly what these guys are doing. 25 laps in and a couple of more circuits. We'll be 1/4 of the way through here in the 100-lap Summer Showdown. Dylan Yeager still leading the way. Jaden Anderson, Colton Herbert, Evan C., Kendall Tucker, top 5. There you see the battle now for 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Going on to turn 2 to the back straightaway at Kokomo. It's Evan C. under attack now with Kendall Tucker. Blake Majulis trying to get back into this battle, and they're trying to run down, obviously, Colton Herbert. All this going on to the straightaway. Back into turn number 3, still single file. Dylan Yeager still hitting his marks and leading the way. The Summer Showdown here on Speed Zone TV and CRN. If you want to listen to the archives, obviously, from last night and tonight, they're available as well at wearecrn.com and all podcast platforms and outlets. And then, of course, you can watch the race as well. And, of course, Speed Zone TV. Hit that subscribe button if you've not already done so. Become a subscriber to Speed Zone TV as well. As right now, Dylan Yeager is the leader, picking him up, putting him down, dominating, doing exactly what he needs to do in that 48 machine. There you see him as exiting count the back of lap traffic as all of this is going on. There he is. There's second. Dylan Yeager, Jaden Anderson, 1.3 seconds back between the leaders now. Colton Herbert up to third. Evan C. Kendall Tucker, top 5. That's the way they are right now, and they are closing in on back marker cars. Tristan Lottiser and others are about to go a lap down. 24 drivers. I think maybe only 23 started. We missed one. One might have bailed out. Brady Thompson and Lottiser going a lap down. They've already caught the back of the pack. 33 of 100 laps. A hell of a summer showdown, and no yellow flag yet. Sorry, Herbert Graphics. Big thanks to Herbert Graphics, the caution sponsor. And I spoke too soon. Oh, they got sideways, and he saved it. We're going to stay green. What a great piece of job of those drivers holding onto their spot. Dylan Yeager battling lap traffic. Here comes another shot on the inside. Couple more lap machines on the tail end, finding the lead pack as well. There's Dylan Yeager, backed up like sardines, 2 by 2 by 2, and sometimes by 3. Working now with Yeager in the lead. Yeager and Anderson. Anderson now boxed him a lap traffic all around his miss. In the corner into turn 3. 3 wide again. 3 and 4 wide again. Yeager, Anderson, Herbert C. Tucker, top 5. It sounds like a law firm. That's the way they are. Stacked on the bottom of the racetrack to the top of the racetrack. Lap traffic all in the way of the leader, and Dylan Yeager, he leads the way. 13 to the halfway mark here in the summer showdown. 3 wide, 4 wide, lap carved away. And he got to clear a path. Here comes the 212 up the middle. That's Putnam. Putnam, Newman, Newsom, and other Atlantis are all a lap down, and they're continuing to pick off cars one by one. 17 cars in the lead lap. Damian Kiefer is up next. The leader up in front, Dylan Yeager. There he is. He's on the inside of the racetrack, and the first caution is out, and the summer showdown. Yellow flag will fly after almost a solid 39-40 lap green flag run. Hunter Gaines Racing, wearecrn.com. The radio call is on wearecrn.com. It's also 87.9 FM when we're live. wearecrn.com for Community Radio Network. So there's a look at what happened, why we're under the yellow flag. It looks like the 31 into the fence, and of course, all these drivers into the wall, trying to get back rolling again here. We'll get ready for the restart. 40 laps, caution-free. That's pretty damn good. Dylan Yeager up in front. Jaden Anderson, Evan C., Colton Herbert, Kendall Tucker. Your top 5. Ready to come back to green. 60 laps to go and the 1,000 to win Summer Showdown at Kokomo, USA. Oh, baby, here comes the run for the money. And the halfway cross flags are looming as well. Dylan Yeager in the bottom of the racetrack leads the way behind him on the restart. Here comes Evan C. with a big shot to the inside. He'll now pounce on the back door of Anderson. Anderson now with Mojula is going to carry Herbert with him as well. All the while, clean air in front for the leader, Dylan Yeager again in a 48. 48 by Yeager. Use the bottom of the racetrack, and so far he's doing it again. Anderson's going to run up on the top shelf for Grandma hides the cookies from Grandpa and the dentures too. They work into turn number 1 and 2. It's C on the bottom of the racetrack with Yeager. Here comes now Anderson on the outside. He'll move to the number 2 spot. Back into turn number 1 and 2. Banging off the boards. The right rear quarter panel off the concrete. Here at Kokomo. Battleloose with the Bojangles car. That's Evan C. C. Majulis working with one another. Remember, as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, we're closing in halfway in the Summer Showdown. 50 in and 50 to go. Closing in about a handful of laps to the cross flags. Good show put on at Kokomo. 1 Herbert Graphics caution in the battle for the lead. Here they go 3 wide. It's Honeycutt. Battling Anderson. Anderson on the outside. Correction. Jaden Anderson up on the top. He went all the way to the outside lane, and he stole it away from Yeager and C. Majulis, and they're going to stay locked to the bottom. Catfishing on the inside, banging the boards on the outside, and Yeager now falling back to second, maybe third with C. Jaden Anderson now on the top, the new leader here at Kokomo in the Summer Showdown. Dylan Yeager now has got no choice but to run the outside lane as well. They work their way back into the corner again into turn number 2. Back straight away at Kokomo. Back into the corner again to 3 and 4. Coming to the line. Cross flags will be in the air this time by. 50 down and 50 to go. The leader is, of course, still Jaden Anderson. Jaden M. Anderson up in front. He leads the way. Evan C. the second spot, and Yeager now the third. It's now Majulis and Tucker right there with one another on the inside of the racetrack. 2 lanes forming. Nobody trying to go to the middle lane. They're either running the top or the bottom. Evan C to the inside. There goes Yeager back on the top again. Anderson will bang off the boards again off the corner out of turn 4. Here they go to the back straightaway again into 3. Working now back to the line, and the caution is out. Caution is out. Second Herbert Graphics caution of the race. Right at halfway. 50 down and 50 laps to go in the Summer Showdown. So the yellow flag will come out over the speedway. We'll find a replay of what happened here. Phenomenal work, by the way, by Chan Pottle on the production. We had some technical issues last night, some iRacing problems as well on their end. But, boy, we've done a phenomenal job to bring this one to you here this evening. Closing it out. Thank you. Hunter Gaines, wearecrn.com. I don't think I can post links on the chat, but it's wearecrn, wearecrn.com. Click on that and you can find the audio coverage of the radio for this race broadcast. As you can watch on Speed Zone, you can listen on the Community Radio Network. And of course, Jaden Anderson, Evan C up in front halfway. This is only the second caution of the race. You just saw a replay for why we were under the yellow flag. Here they come, off 4, back underway at Kokomo. Halfway, 50 down and 50 to go. And now you put yourself into the home stretch of this race. Now the run for the money begins. 3 wide, Anderson is the monkey in the middle. Drifts up on the outside lane. Here comes now Evan C to pull the trigger. He's looking for the lead on Yeager. Yeager free falling now like the lyrics to Tom Petty's song. Majulis is in the dogfight. Here comes Herbert. Barber's up there. Kendall Tucker back to 7th. Dylan Yeager going to power back on the outside lane and move back to P2. He's back to the lead. Yeager to the lead. 4 or 5 cars bouncing off the boards here at Kokomo. On the inside, Majulis out of the bottom. Here comes Anderson in the middle. Evan C to the lead. Evan C to the lead. He is the 33 car, the yellow 33, and Lassie takes the point back. Here comes Majulis back to the inside. Yeager will follow. Here's Anderson. All these drivers finally clawing for their spots. To the back straightaway, they go back to 1. Into the front stretch now into 1 and 2. That's how fast they fly around Kokomo. 46 to go in the Sullens Transport LLC Summer Showdown. Evan C, the leader. Dylan Yeager, Blake Majulis, top 3. Would you have it any other way? Majulis C drivers. Oh, boy. What a battle they're putting on now. C Majulis racers going at it. C Majulis. Remember the story I told you earlier about the battle, the rivalry between these 2 guys. Carolina's Evan C., New York's Blake Majulis. They used to just despise one another. They used to not get on the same page. Now they run on the same program with Majulis C Racing. And right now, as they close into the end of the Summer Showdown, they are battling for the win. Evan C. and Blake Majulis, Dylan Yeager, Jaden Anderson, Colton Herbert, the promoter of this event for the Summer Showdown, has got a pretty damn good run going for him in the top 5. Nathan Waddell from the back up to 6. Chase Barber as well. Drew Jonkman, Jenkins, Tucker, all these guys in the top 10. 40 laps to go in the Summer Showdown here at Kokomo, USA. Off the outside, banging off the wall. It is Evan C to the lead. For everybody that said that iRacing is dead with virtual big money paydays, you better think again, because these guys, these promoters, have got some big ideas to make these big races and big money events happen again in the world of iRacing. Right now, Evan C is leading the way. It is Blake Majulis, Dylan Yeager. Yeager up on the outside, Majulis on the bottom. Holds on to that spot there, 38 to go. 38 laps to go down to the outside lane. Here comes now Jaden Anderson. Anderson will bang off the boards again one more time. Gets the run on the crossover on the slider to the 48 of Yeager. Yeager gets stripped up in front of the machine by Majulis. Majulis back on the inside again. Majulis down to the bottom. Now he goes to the top. Throws the block on Yeager. Yeager's got the momentum. He'll power to the outside. He'll carry Anderson with him. They work their way off the corner again, but Evan C. still in the lead. The Bojangles. It's bow time in Kokomo for Evan C. South Carolina's Evan C. continuing to lead the way in the 33, 35 laps to go in the Southern Summer Showdown. Back straightaway they go in the corner. Here comes a three-car battle now. That's Majulis, Yeager, and Anderson. It's magical. Here comes now Herbert to stick his nose in the dogfight. A four-car battle for second. Here comes Majulis to the inside. Yeager will stay up on the outside lane. Yeager now almost drifted up in front of the rear end of Majulis in the back of the racetrack. Here comes Yeager in the banging off the boards. Here comes now Anderson to try to reel in the 48. He couldn't catch him. They work their way back to the corner again. Into the turn. Right now, all in front, Evan C. 33 laps to go in the Summer Showdown at Kokomo. Right now, Evan C. holding on to the lead. Big run for the 33. Blake Majulis, Dylan Yeager, Anderson. There's the battle for the second spot. That's the bridesmaid's position. And while that goes on, Evan C.'s checked out by about a half a second. Closing in on 70 in, 30 to go in the Summer Showdown. The inaugural Summer Showdown. They're going to do it next year, even bigger and better in 2025. And a lot of more big money races as well as what Colton Herbert and Chris Sullens was telling me. Big thanks to all the sponsors again, 62 Logistics, Herbert Graphics, thanks also to Lunatic Designs, Starry Ranch for the preliminary sponsors, the A-Bank sponsor, and the primary sponsor, Sullens Transport. Appreciate all them events, making it happen, Speed Zone TV and the Community Radio Network, and right now we're 30 laps to go, 70 in of the Summer Showdown. Here comes the time when you got to pace yourself and make the run. The track's really rubbered up. You see everybody pretty much banging off the boards into the back straightaway going to turn 3. Majulis is easily down to second. Yeager back to third. There's Anderson. There's, of course, Holbert and Barbara. They're all right there, stacked up on the outside, single file. Like Noah leading the animals to the arc, not anymore. Now they're going to go in a conga line. All up against the boards on the outside. Single file. One by one, single file, and all that goes on, it's Evan C. continuing to lead the way here at the Summer Showdown. Now it's going to be Holbert jumping out of line. He'll go to the inside of the racetrack. Evan C. up in front. Evan C. continuing to stay in that top position. There he is, the Bojangles, number 33. We got a car in the wall right in front of the leaders. Holy cow! Caution is out. Third one of the night. Right in front of the leaders with 28 laps to go, 26 to go actually. Who is going to win the Summer Showdown as right in front of the leaders? Look at this guy, the 31. This has been like the second time now he's been involved in an incident. There he is, into the wall again, right in front of the leaders. Look at Evan C. Woo! And he had to really get on the binders to even avoid hitting Blake Majulis as well. 26 laps to go here at the Summer Showdown. 26 remaining. Getting ready to go back for the restart. Boy, this has been a good one. It is Evan C. up in front. He leads the way. Blake Majulis, Yeager, Anderson, top 5 with Barber, and we're back underway. Green flag. This is when the run for the money begins. The best of the best of dirt iRacing battling now for the Summer Showdown. Evan C. on the outside, protects the outside. Anderson up on the top, banging off the boards. To the inside is Dylan Yeager. Remember, this is how Yeager won last night. That's Yeager on the bottom. Majulis in the middle. And Majulis now in the middle lane is going to be scored as a new leader. Hard to believe the middle lane is starting to get some now traction. Evan C. now back up in front. 20 laps to go next time by here in the Summer Showdown. The inaugural Summer Showdown is closing into the end. 20 to go, 80 in. 100 laps around Kokomo could fly by fast. Remember, they knocked off 40 laps in a heartbeat. All the while, Evan C. in the lead. You see him on the outside battling. Dylan Yeager on the inside. Yeager on the bottom. Lajulis right there in the middle. Starting to see now 3 lanes form as Anderson bangs off the boards. Here comes an opportunity now, it looks like, for Barber to try to make something happen on the inside of the racetrack as they work their way off of turn 4. This is it. To the home stretch we go here at Kokomo. Evan C. up in front. He leads the way. By the way, post-race going to be very, very fast. We'll grab the top 3 on the podium and get off the air on Speed Zone TV because I have another iRacing broadcast obligation that begins at the top of the hour. Right now, Evan C. up in front. He leads the way. Dylan Yeager inside. Yeager on the bottom. Chris Ferguson Motorsports, number 48 entry. Oh, baby, battling. D on the outside. Slee Majulis Motorsports. All these iRacing guys going at it. Blake Majulis still in the hunt for third. So is Anderson and Barbara. We don't want to leave the battle for the lead because honestly, this is where the excitement's at right now to go for it. We are watching Colton Herbert, though, back up to 6th. He's at right there. Look at him right in that battle. Watching all of this going on. There's Majulis in the middle. Yeager on the inside. Yeager commits to the bottom. This is how he won the race last night in the Lunatic Graphics Preliminary 1. Lunatic Designs, my apologies. Here we go now. Working across the line. It is going to be 10 laps to go here in the Summer Showdown. This time by. Top 3 on the podium. We're going to grab them next when this race is over. Evan C. out in front. Dylan Yeager, Jaden Anderson, Blake Majulis, Chase Barber. The top 5. Everybody going to get a share of the money. $1,000 purse. Or, I'm sorry, $1,000 going to the winner. $1,000 to the winner of this race. A $3,000 purse on back is right now Evan C. hitting his marks. He continues to lead the way here in the Sullens Transport Summer Showdown inaugural event. You'll always remember your first kiss, your first day of school, your first marriage, your first baby, and your first big iRacing win if you can pull it off as well for a big event like the Summer Showdown. Because obviously Evan C. has got some amazing credentials in the world of iRacing, and he has won some big shows. And what I mean by that is this is the inaugural Summer Showdown. He will be marked in the annals of racing history of iRacing to win this show. Can he hold on? Evan C. in the lead. Jaden Anderson back around. Barber, Yeager, and Majulis back in the top 5. They fell back a couple of spots. Jaden Anderson now powering on. Pulls up and drifts in front of Yeager. And the caution is out. Chase Barber, by the way, was right there pulling up in front of the machine of Anderson. Yellow is out with 4 laps to go, 5 to go here in the Summer Showdown. 5 laps to go. Unbelievable. Five laps to go, and look at what just happened here. I believe that was Kendall Tucker into the wall. The 62 as well in the fence. That's Zach Jenkins and Kendall Tucker wrecking, working into turn 1 and 2 in the back straightaway. There you see what happened. Entire front clip torn off of the Mount Airy, North Carolina 00 of Kendall Tucker. It looks like he's out of it here at the Summer Showdown. One lap to green. They're going to go back to green flag this time by. It'll be a 5-lap shootout. Time to place your bets. Who's it going to be? Who's the $1,000 inaugural Summer Showdown winner presented by Sullens Transport? We're back to green at Kokomo, USA. This is it. A handful of laps remain. Evans C on the restart, but look at Anderson up the middle. Anderson, coming through. Got slammed into. Majulis into the back of Barber. Barber into Yeager, and there's contact, and Barber goes around. Chase Barber going around in 23. Chase Barbera going around to the 23. Let's look at the restart. They were right there in the top 5. Pick a car up in the front, and you can see what happened. Looked like the 23 of Chase Barbera trying to make a big move there. Bonsai. Obviously, you saw them. Anderson really making an aggressive move. Trying to battle to get there at the end. And there's a look at it one more time right here from that angle. You see Yeager, Barbera. Herbert, did he get collected? Damn, he did. Oh, no. Caution out. And we'll get ready to try to go back for a restart. Looks like Herbert was able to continue along. Logan Herbert caught up in the incident. Other drivers behind the wall. 1 lap to green here at the Summer Showdown. Ready to go back to the restart. Field works into the zone. Anderson, C, front row, we're back underway at Kokomo. 2 laps to go. Anderson trying to go after Evans C. 4 wide for the lead now. Majulis and Yeager on the bottom. Here they come to the line. White flag in the air, 1 to go. This is it for the Summer Showdown. Final time around. Who's going to be there on the other side? 3 wide. Blake Majulis, New York, South Carolina. Majulis and Evans C. Summer Showdown. Blake Majulis is going to be the $1,000 winner. Blake Majulis made the move when it counted the most. Found his marks, and when he gets it done, Blake Majulis is the $1,000 inaugural winner of the Sullens Transport Summer Showdown at Kokomo. Burn it down, 127. Blake Majulis, the driver out of the Empire State of New York, one of the most talented iRacing drivers around in the dirt world, gets himself another victory to add to his impressive accomplishments. Blake Majulis and Evan C. 1 and 2 when this race ends here at the Summer Showdown. Blake Majulis, 7C, Dylan Yeager, Ethan Johnson, Jaden Anderson, your top 5. Colton Herbert, Drew Jonkman, followed by Robbie Buchanan, Tristan Lottis, and Logan Herbert, the top 10. Rest of the rundown includes Jackson Reitzler, Dylan Wilson, Damon Kiefer, Austin Thompson, Chase Barbera, the top 15, as the rest of the field comes to the line. Again, behind them in 16th on back, you're going to see, of course, the drivers of Nathan Waddell, Jesse Newsom, Kendall Tucker, Zach Jenkins, Connor New, the top 20. And the other drivers will be Briley Putnam, Brady Thompson, and Landon Newman. And that is the way they wrap it up in the inaugural running of the Sullens Transport LLC Summer Showdown. All right, coming up, we're going to try to grab Majulis, C, and Yeager very fast. Sorry, guys, I've got another iRacing broadcast obligation. The faster these guys get in the box, the quicker we can get off the air. I believe we're trying to get Evan C in here, but Blake Majulis and Dylan Yeager. So once Evan C joins us, we can do it. Sorry, I'm trying to be quick because I have another iRacing broadcast obligation at the top of the hour. But man, congratulations going out to you, Blake Majulis. Blake, as long as me and you have known one another in calling iRacing, you running iRacing since the COVID years, you still rock and roll, you still get it done. What strategy? When was the time to make that move to go for this big $1,000 payday? Congratulations, Blake Majulis.
Yeah, dude, I just found the bottom there with 2 to go on that restart, and yeah, I was in perfect position to get up in 3 and 4, and it was just enough to cross the line in first. So never touched the top once that race, and just held my own line, basically a line no one else was running. And save tire and just like I said, rode that line. It was good since the beginning for me, and it was a good conservative line. It wasn't nothing dangerous, and came through at the end and perfect slider to finish the race.
Man, I want to say this because it's been a while since I've called a big money iRacing broadcast with guys like yourself and Evan C. and Dylan Yeager, all of y'all that will grab on the podium in just a moment. But I said this when we came on the air, especially for this 100-lapper. Sometimes you got to weed out the guys that are trying, and we need them. I'm sure you'll agree with that, Blake. We need the guys that are in the back of the pack. But to make it to the A main, to make it to from the preliminary to the big show, 24 of you guys on the track for 40 laps, running around a place where you could tear shit up on the first lap at Kokomo, and y'all went 40 laps before the caution came out. That was impressive.
Yeah, it's always good when you can get good long green flag runs in. Obviously, the yellows are not fun, and when you get those long green flag runs, you can really tell who's good and who's not. And it shows setup and who's got the right line, and it just shows really who's going to be the car to beat, because you get all those yellows, everyone's fast for 5 to 10 laps, and then starts to stretch out, and that's why I love these 100 lappers.
I got to ask you, I don't even know if you're keeping count. Obviously, as I was saying at the end, talking about your first and your first win here in the Summer Showdown, though everybody will remember you being the inaugural winner of this event. But you've got such an amazing career. How many wins have you got now in big money races and iRacing, Blake? What would this number be?
I'm not sure, man. I don't really keep track. I know it's a lot, but it's
Right.
always good to run up front, that's for sure.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, thank your sponsors. And by the way, a 1-2-3 CFM finish as well, not only for Majula C Racing, with you guys working with them one another in over a year now, but also a CFM finish too. That's pretty impressive.
Yep, for sure. I mean, that's the main thing. Majula C Speed Shop, everybody over there, our whole crew. We got a crazy stacked lineup. Everyone's running good up front. All of our customers are happy, and obviously they love to run up front. So, we really put in the work for stuff like this, and it proves time and time again that we are the most dominant team on iRacing, and I'm proud to say that and be a part of it. Congrats to Evan and Dylan on second and third. Good race to them, and just got to thank Cruise Pentagon Racing, Represent Limited, Reliable Energy Solutions, Design 75, Tyler Burrow at TAC 3 Defense, and like I said, everyone over at Majula C Speed Shop. Appreciate it very much.
Blake Majulis, $1,000 winner, another big iRacing dirt late model payday as he takes the inaugural Sullens Transport Summer Showdown tonight at Kokomo. Let's go down to the runner-up of the race, and that is his teammate, of course, with Majula C Racing, Carolina's Evan C. I love the Bojangles car, by the way, Evan. Anybody that's from the South like we are knows how damn good Bojangles chicken is, and if you're not, you need to ever come down in the South and get you some. But, man, your take of finishing second, obviously part of Blake Majulis and Evan C Racing, but a CFM 1-2-3 podium as well. But I gotta say, was it the last restart? What changed? I noticed that the lines were really changing during this race from the top, from the top to the bottom, the top to the bottom. Where did it go wrong for you to lose the lead and obviously have to on that restart settle for second for the feature?
Yeah, we were sitting in that one yellow after we went 40 laps or so green. I think somebody just filtered out over the wall and they brought out a yellow for some reason. But it's whatever. I mean, when the yellows come out here, I mean, double file restarts. Even if you're in the lead, I mean, you got to protect slider, and the guy on the outside is probably going to get a run on you. The guy on the inside is probably going to be on your inside down the back stretch. So. It's just how it is here, and you definitely have to have a little bit of luck and play the restarts out smart, especially double file. And it just didn't really fall our way at the end there. I mean, I felt like we did pretty good on last restart and to get back and slide. Jaden, I was surprised he went top in the one, just leaving the slider open because I mean, you're definitely gonna get slid by 2 to 3 cars on the restart like that, and that's what happened. And I thought I could maybe get Blake back going in the 3 and 4 there, but he was, pretty far up on the inside. And at that point, it was going to be pretty hard to cut down and cross him over. So, definitely take second. I mean, proud of our CFM eSport guys, getting a 1-2-3 tonight and really putting on a good show.
I'll tell you what, man, another thing that's happened has been also obviously putting the Blake Majulis Evan C rivalry to an end recently, and y'all working with one another. What what do y'all, you know, in one time y'all were like big enemies. Now you're working with one another. What's your take of that environment, that relationship, and obviously, are you happy Blake won and you were behind him and finished second?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy that one of us could win, or if it was Dylan or anyone else. I'm definitely always glad to see our guys win and be running up front together. I mean, we not only race each other hard, but with respect, and that's what we did ever since we've been on iRacing, and it's always fun to work with someone and build competitive setups. With someone as fast as Blake, and come out here and show what they're worth.
Well, Bud, thanks for your time, Evan. It's always great catching up, man, and we appreciate you. Let's go now to the man that finished in the third spot, Mr. Evan C. from the Carolinas. Again, we'll finish in second. Let's go now to third, and Dylan Yeager. Yeager, you won the preliminary race last night. You will settle for third place this evening here at the Summer Showdown. And I want to say this. You're probably the only driver that I think noticed that really stayed committed to the inside of the racetrack. You really did not try to go to the top or the middle, maybe a time or two, but you stayed locked to the bottom. Was that the way the car was? You needed to stay to the inside, and obviously your thoughts on finishing third.
Not exactly. I mean, I just felt the most comfortable down there. It's where I've made all my money moves in my years on the sim, and I just stuck with it a little too long there. Especially when that one restart came out when I was still the leader after that 40 lap green flag run. I should have just jumped up to the top. I knew it was coming in, and I just stuck with it too long. But it is what it is. I had my chances later in the race and just blew it. I think if I ran the bottom a little bit better there those last 2 laps, I more than likely could have been right with Blake and Evan in that fight for the win. But it's a great result for the team. A great result for me. I really don't get on and race that much anymore, and when I do, I've usually been shitting it up. So, we'll take the third place, and it's definitely a confidence booster, to know that I can still wheel.
What do you say to the audience of people that said that these big money iRacing events are dead? Do you feel like this summer showdown event with Chris Sullens and Colton Herbert has for sure put something that might have been on life support back to life and resurrected these big money iRacing events, you think?
I was very skeptical because, these guys have never put on a big money race before. And usually it's difficult as a promoter when you haven't put on any big races before to get entries. And I was pretty surprised with the turnout. And, I was also very skeptical after the first 2 preliminary races. I'm not going to lie, they were a little bit of a mess. But that feature ended up being pretty damn good. Everybody raced nice and clean. And it ended up being a great racetrack. We could race all the way around the track. Kokomo's not usually like that, at least as of recent, and ended up putting on a good show. So, I give them props. They definitely rebounded from the preliminary shows and gave us a great show for the fans here for the main event.
Yeah, man, they sure did. Hey, listen, before we let you go, thank your sponsors, and we'll see what happens next year. I know you got to be ecstatic also with the CFM 123 podium finish, too.
Yeah, no, it's great. Great result for the team, as always. Them guys put in so much work. It's great to see the results, and they're just so hard to beat. I hate to always finish third to the both of them, but you people that don't race, in the crowd don't understand. They're the robots. They don't mess up.
That's right. So, yes.
I was trying my hardest out there, but I just got to thank them. Got to thank everybody at CFM Esports. They all work hard, and we all work super good together over there. It's a nice little community we built over the years. Got to thank John Darby for the wrap. You for putting on the broadcast, and everybody over at was it Speed Zone TV?
Yes, sir.
Correct?
Yep.
Yeah, got to thank you guys for putting it on, and Colton Herbert, Chris Sullens, all those guys over there for putting the race on. I had a good time.
Yeah, Dylan, we've known each other a long time, Blake Majulis and Evan C. as well. And there were people that was like, oh, my God, you're back calling the iRace and big money. I haven't gone anywhere. We just haven't done any big money races in a long time. But
there hasn't been any to call.
But exactly. I mean, and I still stay busy with all my other real announcing obligations and other stuff as well. But, man, it's always great to catch up with all you guys, and so happy that you had a pretty good podium finish. Hopefully we look forward to next year's second annual Summer Showdown, bud. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Wesley. I'll be there.
No problem, buddy. Ladies and gentlemen, that's, of course, Mr. Dylan Yeager. Dylan Yeager, he'll finish in the third spot. Oh, and yes, here at the Summer Showdown, 1, 2, 3 finish, too, for, again, CFM. That's, of course, the race team that Blake Majulis, Evan C., Dylan Yeager, they're all a part of for sure. And, man, that was pretty darn fun as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the end of the rainbow, if you will. And we want to say thank you so much to Mr. Chris Sullens, Colton Herbert, all the people that were behind what they've done. I want to thank the sponsors one last time, including here at the Summer Showdown, Austin Hall for qualifying, 62 Logistics for the heat race sponsors. The yellow flags during the events the last 2 nights was presented by Herbert Graphics. Thanks to the prelim feature sponsor, Lunatic Designs. Earlier tonight here at Kokomo, Starry Ranch for the prelim 2. And then, of course, the Sullens Transport LLC main event sponsor and the overall title sponsor for the Summer Showdown. Thank you also to Herbert Graphics for the caution. And the hard charger of the A-main feature is presented by, at the end of 100 laps, Starry Ranch. Thank you to everybody again. Chan Pottle, everyone in Speed Zone TV, the Community Radio Network. Thanks to all of you awesome viewers and listeners out there. The archives will be posted very, very soon, as well as on Speed Zone TV, social media. Follow Speed Zone TV on Facebook and YouTube. Hit that subscribe button for other great broadcasts coming in the future. And in addition to that, also hit a subscribe to follow what is hopefully the next second annual Summer Showdown here. A fun time indeed. I would love to stay here with you much longer, but I have another iRacing broadcast obligation that just began less than 10 minutes ago. So on behalf of everybody behind Sullens Transport, the Summer Showdown, this is Wesley Outland congratulating Money Man Blake Majulis, another big $1,000 payday at Kokomo Virtual USA. He takes the inaugural Summer Showdown. Be good to one another. God bless you all. Have a happy and safe 4th of July.